Um, let's just get out in front of it. I'll start with the intro. I'm your commissioner. No, I'm not. It's the wrong pod.
Dang, bro, you messing this all up.
I'm your co-host, Zachary Ivy.
I'm the other co-host. It was a rough week, but yeah, Mr. Walker's here.
It was a bloodbath. But it was a bloodbath for everybody. This is why Vegas makes some money. They killed everyone this week.
Yeah,
Um,
I went 4-9. What'd you go? 5-8, and Howard went 5-8. So if you had one of us you like to ride with, you lost money. We're sorry.
Everyone lost money this week, but I'm going to focus on the positives of last week. Really quick recap. I just want to brag on myself for a second. Lone Wolf on the Vikings beating San Francisco in prime time. Lone Wolf, I'm pretty sure maybe not Lone Wolf, but picking the Giants. My belief in the Falcons and the Seahawks continues, and really should have stuck with the Ravens. Basically, I say all that just to say, birds are hot, baby. We bird gang. And I want everybody to understand something. There was only one pick I was really confident in last week. Go birds, baby. Yeah, we had a good time. We watched the game together. And we're glad to prove people wrong, including Howard, who went with the 49ers.
You mean Miami. We haven't played 49ers shit.
True. But all of y'all picked against 49ers. Sorry, I was looking at the last game. Y'all picked with the 49ers. Dude, I don't know what I'm saying. It was a bloodbath. Everything's bad. I'm terrible at this. One thing we're finding out is we're just bad. But look, you called us the 500 boys, the coin boys, the 50 percenters, whatever you want to call us. I got to get back to 500 this week. Get back to 500, and then we build. My goal is to get back to 500. What's your goal for yourself, Walker? And then we'll get into the picks.
My goal? To at least get 9 picks right this week.
All right, 9. Nice. It is a full slate, no buys. Great scheduling by the NFL just to have absolutely everybody playing. After a week in which everyone doesn't know what's going on, they really just are raking in the money. Shouts out to the.
Just real quick before we jump into week 8. We forgot to mention there was one party that made money, and they went 8-5, and that was the coin. The coin bounced back. Go back to the other coin, dude. The bad coin. Like
last week, those of you that are the YouTube watchers, again, thank you. Numbers getting a little bit back up. We got to build a little bit. I don't know what's going on there. We go from, we range from about 10 to 30 views changing each week. But I just want to say some people labeled it the fall of the coin. Called the coin out, and the coin bounced back. And it just, all the hours I put into watching football, thinking I know anything I'm talking about, yet a literal coin that I'm flipping flips my record and goes 8-5. I don't have
well,
anything.
the coin went Minnesota with you, dude.
The only thing I have to say is there's a couple trends in this. One of which, whenever two of Alexander, Zachary, and Howard pick the same lock, if Howard is involved, do not go with that game. I also listened back a little bit last week, and we all went with who did the Chiefs play? The Chargers. And we both picked that, and the coin picked that. And the direct quote I said is, everyone bet all your money on the Chiefs, because you, I, and the coin all agreeing is never good. And so I just want to say, I made a lot of people a lot of money if you listen to that advice and none of the other advice. So you just got to figure out what advice to listen to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, go Birds.
Lego. Real quick before we get started, could you drop the week 8 template for the coin? since you're on a computer. I feel like it's easier for you to do that than it is for me on my phone.
While I'm doing that, let's go ahead and intro the Thursday night game. Full transparency, we want to let you guys know we're not. We told you when we put the lines, we keep them no matter how much they've changed. So if you hear us say a line, and I know some of you like to listen as soon as it comes out, you may be like, "There's no way that's the way that line is." Things could change. Things could happen. Seems like Brock Purdy's questionable to play, might not play or not. That's the biggest one. But we're sticking with what we already have because next year, whenever we do this and we tell you ahead of time, hey, we may change this based on this, we'll actually have to put our actual units and money on it. Shots how legalized and gambling. Want to clarify gambling when I say legalization. So yeah. All right, you want to start with Thursday, or you want me to go into what is just another great primetime game?
Oh,
Oh, he is tired.
ooh, there I go. That came out of nowhere. I'll kick us off. Thursday night got Tampa Bay going into Buffalo. Buffalo, at the time we did it, they were 8.5-point favorites.
Both these teams stink. That's my evaluation.
Yeah, but Buffalo can look so good at times.
No, they're terrible. There's no reason they should be 8.5-point favorites against any team that's decent at all. And the Buccaneers are not decent at all. They're absolute trash. Give me the Bills.
I also went Bills just because I don't know if this is true, but I just feel like every time they do really bad, they bounce back and throttle the team they play the next week. So, yeah.
Not true. They were terrible against the Giants, and then were terrible again last week. But anyways, the coin went with Tampa Bay. So I actually feel much better about our pick now. When we agree against the coin, a little bit better. Next matchup is yours, buddy.
I just read that one.
All right, I was trying to let you have your team, your boys, your cats. The Jacksonville Jaguars head into Pittsburgh as 3-point favorites. Mike Tomlin is underdog at home. What you got?
I dun, dun, dun. Went Pittsburgh. Let's go. Give me Mike Tomlin, baby. They're at home. Mike Tomlin's just a beast. That defense is going to rattle the Jags' cage, and they cover, possibly win the game.
You had a lot of Jags support. Anybody that was even slightly adjacent to a fan of the Jags was riding with you, loved you, supported you. Were by far their favorite host. I keep doubting these guys. And they're facing the measly Kenny Pickett-led Steelers, and of course I picked Pittsburgh. The coin goes Jacksonville.
Let's go. So far, when we agreed,
I'm feeling
coin
good,
keeps
baby.
doing the opposite.
Basically already 2-0. All right, next match we have a battle of New York teams. For some reason, I feel like I keep mentioning this game. Have they played like 7 times this year already? Anyway,
No. Battle of the Meadowlands.
Yeah, again, just so everyone knows, I do think this should be an annual game on 9/11 every year or around that time. Just that should be.
Oh, that would be hype, yes.
Yeah, it just should be like.
And they should have like uniforms where one of them's like the firefighters and the other one's the police, or somehow like color wise.
I get what you're
Just like
saying,
a
but that
little.
makes it seem like they're against each other, and the point is like being. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, make sure everyone knows we're saying that as a positive. But yeah, there's young kids that probably have already forgotten and never forget. Jets 3-point favorites at home on the road. All right.
Yeah, this one I didn't overthink it. I went with the best defense, so give me the Jets.
Okay. Giants played the Bills really tough and played really well last week. I would think I was lone wolf on the Giants as well. Maybe not lone wolf, but lone wolf between us two in the coin, I believe. I don't know. Don't quote me on these things, but give me the Giants again. The Jets are a little too full of themselves, talking about how they embarrassed Jalen Hurts and they did all this to these teams. They have a good defense, don't get me wrong, but the Jets coming off a bye are going to be way too confident in this game. I like the first half Giants more than them picking for the game, but Giants will be winning at halftime. place a good amount of money on that. We'll see if they hang on to the lead.
Pretty sure Sauce comes back this week.
Okay.
And their other corner, Reed.
The Giants scored 2 touchdowns in the first half last week. They've not scored a touchdown in the first half all year.
They played Washington, dude.
They didn't score in the second half, bro. They're due to score again.
Washington gave up like 9 sacks.
Can you just understand that they'd not scored a touchdown in the first half all year? They scored 2 last game. And when they scored their second one in the second quarter, no one else scored the rest of the game. That might have been the worst game of the season for anybody to ever watch. Why did I pick them? Can I switch?
Yeah, I'll let you.
Official in-game switch. Give me the Jets. Oh my God, that was about to be a bad mistake. Why was I going Giants? Idiot. All right, let's see what the coin says. Did I already flip the coin? No.
No.
And the coin goes with New York.
Giants.
Oh, I guess I got to tell you which one. Yeah, it went with the Giants. Thank goodness. Oh
Let's go. God.
Thank you for letting me switch. That would have been awful. First in pod change. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. This is your
next game.
This is your game, buddy.
I'm glad it is my game because this game is my lock of the week. Just start that off. Houston. God. They're 3-point favorites on the road against the Carolina Panthers. Yes.
Is Bryce Young playing?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Listen, this is a battle of the Stroud boys versus Bryce's. And I'm a Stroud boy. Give me Houston, baby. All day. All day. Lock it.
Also went Houston as well, and the coin went Carolina. Dude.
Let's go.
So we're
going 4-0 so far.
It's disagreed on every game?
We're either going 4-0 or 0-4 to this point. Guarantee it.
The coin has disagreed with us together. All right. Next game, the Patriots with a big win over the Bills last week. Are they back? Was it a win? The Dolphins got exposed as potential frauds or just faced a superior team. But either way, however you slice it, a division game with these two teams, New England doesn't always play well, Miami, but the Dolphins are 9.5-point favorites. I went with the fish. Who you got? Uh-oh.
Reflip. I went with the Pats. Let's go, baby. Dolphins, possibly without Tyreek, possibly without Raheem. And let's face it, dude. They're rattled right now. We exposed them, and Bill Belichick's the best at finding something that exposes them, and we already found it. So we did the homework for him. All he's got to do is execute.
Follow the money, man. Patriots finally look good. Dolphins look like they're soft. 9.5 points. No way New England covers. They want you to take the Patriots. Give me the Dolphins. And the coin agrees with me. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons, 2.5-point favorites on the road against the Tennessee Titans with a QB carousel going to happen during the game, supposedly.
If you want to watch good quarterback play, do not watch this game. Nah.
Yeah.
But I'm going with a better quarterback and the better team, the better defense. I like them. Go Birds. I'm going with the Falcons.
I'm going with the Titans.
Thank God. The coin is with me. Coin's with the Falcons. If we all three win it, if we all three agree, bet against us.
So far through 6 games, the coin has faded me. Don't know if I like that or not.
The coin has only been with me when I'm against you. Weird trends going on here. All right.
Next up, we have the Vikings on the road, 1.5-point favorites against Green Bay in Lambeau.
You just won. Don't steal it.
Didn't I say 1?
1.5.
Oh, my bad. 1. Sorry.
Hey, as a temporary Falcons fan, 1 point matters.
Oh gosh. Um, yeah, I'm right with the hot hand. I'm going Minnesota. I also don't believe in Green Bay, so that could have something to do with it. I know you're a big Green Bay boy, so I'm assuming you win Green Bay.
I'm a big Green Bay boy. That's a weird thing to call someone. No, Green Bay stink. We're still
You're a
trying to
big cheesehead.
find good. The Vikings looked very good. Kirk Cousins, even in primetime, looked very good. The Vikings, even on the road, should be like a 4 point favorite in this. This makes absolutely no sense, and that's why I had to go with the Packers. Hate it, don't want to do it, have to. And the coin agrees with you.
Finally, the coin picked me. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie, I went ahead and marked off Green Bay because I just assumed it was riding with you.
Um. Yeah. See, I'm so smart at this right now. I was thinking, yeah, I should probably pick Minnesota. If I had picked Minnesota, I wouldn't have changed what the coin was. Green Bay was for sure winning, so I just got ahead of it and went Green Bay. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, didn't you pick Green Bay as your lock last week?
Mm, probably. It's probably why I'm fading them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's just a
Yeah,
spot
I
pick.
did.
But also, it really does make no sense. I know it's the road, so they're really like kind of 4 point favorites with the home. Anyways, next matchup, the Rams facing Dallas, coming off a bye. The Rams looked like they were good, but then the past 2 weeks they've just not been good. Stafford still looks very good. I don't know what their team is. I guess without Kyron Williams, they're terrible. But 6.5 point
Hmm?
dogs to the Cowboys at home. Dallas 6.5 point favorites coming off a bye. Uh, what do you got? I hate the Cowboys. I'll just say it in case anybody wondered.
Dallas is coming off of a bye. Teams statistically come off the bye. They tend to struggle. They're, for some reason, don't come off hot.
Okay.
Uh, Dallas hasn't looked that good. I would love to see Dallas lose to the Rams, but I picked Dallas.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I went Rams, and
Mm.
so did the coin. I was just saying, I was a guarantee they were going to win. If not,
So
I
you're
want to
saying
say
I got ahead of it that time and went Dallas?
no. Fun fact, and just for the viewers at home, this could end this week, but Dallas, the only team I've gotten right and been on the right side of every single week. Um, I will also give the disclaimer: I took more time to think about this game than any other this week. I just think the loss of Trayvon Diggs is much bigger than people realize to their secondary, and Cup and Puka are finally going to be in tandem and not dropping wide open passes. So give me the Rams to cover.
I like it. I like it. I hope you're right.
Yeah.
Um, Next game we have Washington on the road at Philadelphia in Washington. Sorry, I was trying to make a play on how well the Eagles fans travel. But nah, Philadelphia is 6.5 point favorites on the road at Washington. Uh,
I mean, that intro just.
I tried to make a play on it and it just didn't come to me, and then I tried to
The,
force it.
the worst stadium. The worst stadium in the league.
Deserve the worst intro. Let's
They
go.
tried to kill Jalen Hurts last year. They literally have their stands fell almost on top of him. If that happened, they actually like. Nope, I'm not going to say it. Okay, it's a kids program. It's fine. So Eagles 6.5 point favorites on the road.
Yeah, buddy. Who you got?
Let's go with the coin first. The coin went Philly.
God almighty. You taking one for the team or me?
Hold on, let me check the coin last week. No, the coin went Philly last week also. So
Yeah, but Howard didn't.
okay,
Howard went Philly this week.
what does Howard have to do with Philly? The coin
All
knows
four of
he's
us?
Eagles fans. Yeah, but the coin and Howard aren't like Eagles fans. I
No,
don't know
but
if
you were
Howard.
saying when we all go one. is statistically always going to be wrong.
I don't know about the Howard part of that. All I know is me, you, and the coin. Besides the Eagles,
Okay, I'll give that to you. All right.
I think the Eagles are excluded. I'll flip again if you want me to.
Nah,
Let
I
me.
went Eagles as well.
Um, I went Eagles and lock of the week. Washington
Ooh,
always plays them tough. It's going to be a hard. No, it's not. We're back. We're so back.
9 sack game for our boys. It's
The
going to be
Jets.
freaking wow.
The
Sam
Jets
Howell
beat
might
us.
actually get hurt.
The Jets beat us. They showed us we could not be the version of ourselves. We are evolved and we are hungry. We are fine. We got Julio Jones. Also, don't know the line on this, but I like Julio Jones anytime touchdown this game. Keep betting, it'll eventually it'll pay you off. All right, let's is that the last 1 o'clock game? You can enter this while I check on this. Might be one more.
No, no, unless there's 5 4 o'clocks.
Oh yeah, Saints Colts is the last one. My bad. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Saints
Yeah,
Colts.
with that.
Colts 1.5 point favorites. These are like alternate universe same teams, but I don't know, dude. The Colts put up 38 points but lost, but
This matchup was in contention for lock of the week for me.
what side did you even take?
I went Colts, baby. They're at home, bro. They're going to have the stadium open. They already told me. They gave me the word. Stadium's going to be open. Uh, and they're going to put up points. And Saints just Carr's going to yell at his receiver because he doesn't want to chase a ball that's clearly out of bounds. And then his receiver's going to get in the car and speed because he's pissed off. There's quarterback's pissed off at him. And it's just going to be like a nice little fun thing. They should be on Hard Knocks, actually. They'd be a good in-season Hard Knocks team.
No, it's the Dolphins.
I know, but I'm petitioning for the Saints.
No, no, the Colts should be because they don't know what they're doing in the organization. The coin agrees with you and went Colts. As
Let's
you could tell by my
go.
little comment there. Listen, last week nobody thought Gardner Minshew had any chance to put up points against the Browns, right? And what happened? He balled out. So you know what's going to happen this week. People are going to believe in him. When you believe in Minshew, he is terrible. It never has worked out. Guaranteed. Also, speaking of, I was going to say we should place a wager on this legally, but you guys, let us know what you want our bet to be. We still have the season-long bet going on. And who knows, if we ever get Howard on one of these things, our times keep kind of not lining up, but um, maybe Howard could even be a part of it.
Yeah, Howard right now is 56, 48, and 2. You are 50, 44, or 54 and 2, and I'm 51, 53 and 2.
So all within 6 games.
Yep.
Okay, that's about right. Shouts out to Howard, still killing it. Winning record on the year. But now it is time for the 4 o'clock games.
Let's go. We're going to kick it off with Cleveland traveling to Seattle into the 12th man, where Seattle is 3-point favorites. This is tough. They're both so far look like elite defenses. So then it just comes down, in my eyes, which offense do you like the best to at least put some type of points on the board? And for me, that's Seattle. It's going to be an ugly game. If you're tuning in for offense, this ain't the game for you. If you love defense, this is the defensive game of the week, in my opinion. But yeah, I rode with Seattle.
I also went with Seattle. I am very high on Seattle. Again, if you guys go back and listen to the division predictions, skip some of the ones where I said some dumb stuff, but listen to that. I actually picked them to win their division. They're still very much in it. What, a game back and Purdy injured. We'll see. But in this matchup, I just think that they're going to be able to throw the ball. If they get any pass protection for Geno, he's pretty good. I don't know what their quarterback situation is. PJ Walker is barely surviving, and Deshaun needs a massage. All right. Next matchup. You got this one as well.
Where'd the coin go?
Oh, sorry, Cleveland.
Let's go. That a boy coin. Keep it up, baby.
Yeah, somebody did make the comment on one of the early ones. Well, why do you call the coin a boy? Well, I've yet to see many coins, and I don't have any where the head on it is a girl. So it's not sexist. It's just our country was founded by a lot of leaders that were men, and they're on the coins. So
Man, I guess it's 2023. We should call it an it.
if someone wants to send me a gender neutral coin, I'm fine with that. But there's a man's head on this, and we'll call it a boy. And we're the coin boys.
But how do you know it wants to be called a boy? Nah, you know what? We ain't gonna get into this. Start us off with the next one.
Did I send you that article this summer? They talked about it on Pardon My Take, but about the coin boys.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this has just been stuck in my head. Long story short, they just flipped a coin for every decision they made. Like, no matter what. Like, hey, do I want to go do this? All right, flip a coin. If you call it, you get it right. And they kept getting in trouble at school. And so they just stood up and told their teacher, all right, heads, we'll stop. Tails, we're never stopping. So they're like, sorry, the coin doesn't lie. And that's just stuck in my head this whole time. And that might have been the reason I did all of this, but I love that. I'll send you the full
God
clip and we can
almighty.
recap it next week. But
That's like back in the
really,
day where we used to do, like, we'd be like, pull or not pull,
yeah,
no pull.
yeah. I mean,
But we'd let the other person choose, just like anybody. Like, we just go to anybody, pull or no pull.
yeah,
If
I
they
can
say
only
pull,
speak
dude, we're
for
doing it.
yeah, I can only speak for myself as a teacher. I would fully respect that move, but like, I would be so nervous for those kids. There's no way that's going to end well. Oh, and you have to always have a coin on you. You know, like how your game, like you have to have the lid or the thing a certain way, or you gotta whatever. If you don't have
Life.
a coin on you, you get some kind of punishment. Like at all times, like where's your coin? You just gotta hold it up. Just
Okay, I
imagine this
like
kid.
that.
I love it. I love the coin. All right, I just flipped. Was that an ill-advised flip, or do I count this for the next one?
Ill advised.
All right.
Dude, should we just become coin boys? Should I get a coin out and like in my fantasy league when I'm considering a trade and just flip it? Heads is this, tails is that.
I don't know, dude, because we've seen the coin sometimes is great and sometimes it's terrible.
All right, hang on. Did you see what that was? Don't tell me. But did you
Huh?
see it? The ill-advised flip.
No, you told me not to look, so I flipped it around and I dropped it.
Oh, I thought you looked. All right, but
No.
wasn't meant to be, dude. It was a bad
All right.
idea, apparently. I like it.
All right. Kansas City, Denver. Kansas City 7.5 point favorites against just a terrible team. God, the NFL really thought they were going to have something going on with Russell Wilson, Herbert, Mahomes in the same division. Derek Carr. And now it's just like Mahomes and maybe Herbert's good. Anyways, Chiefs 7.5 point favorites.
Yeah, give me Chiefs.
Give me Denver. Coin went Kansas City. Thank goodness.
You
I picked
really
Denver.
went Denver?
I picked Denver 2 weeks ago. Chiefs draw a stupid penalty towards halftime. Buckner gets like a 60-yard field goal, and they cover by 1 point and kick a field goal at the very end of the game. No reason they shouldn't cover this. They're playing really good football. Mahomes looks like the most Mahomes he's been all year.
Counter argument to that. Last week or 2 weeks ago was a 10.5 point favorite for Kansas City.
Okay.
So even if they didn't kick that field
It
goal,
was in
they still wouldn't
Arrowhead.
have covered this one.
It was in Arrowhead.
Okay.
Hard to breathe in Denver. Kelsey's too busy doing other stuff. All right.
I don't know. Is Taylor going to be there? Because if she's there, you need to switch to Kansas City.
Choose to acknowledge that on this podcast.
Next, we have Cincinnati going into San Fran against the beat up San Fran. This is one of the spreads that we were talking about that has probably changed since we wrote it in. But at the time we did this, San Fran was favorite 5.5. I went Cincinnati.
The coin also went Cincinnati. Now, listen, McCaffrey was a little banged up last week. The 49ers didn't look great. Purdy, and and it looks like he may not even be playing. Sam Darnold could get his first start in a while. I think he's recovered from mono by now, but it was like 4 or 5 years ago. 5.5 point favorites against the Bengals coming off a bye. No reason the 49ers should cover the spread, especially Darnold getting the first. Give me the 49ers. This is the easiest pick of the week.
Make it your lock then.
No. There's a difference in an easy. It's an easy pick because no part of me thinks the 49ers are actually going to win this game, and that's why I have to pick them. I don't even think they're going to win. And I guarantee everyone else that made this pick think they're going to win. Sometimes you have to fade yourself. All right. Baltimore at Arizona, 8.5 point favorites. Lamar, again, looked great last week. Destroyed the Lions. Who you got?
Yeah, Arizona just they stopped being the cover boys. I think I saw a thing. They still are covering in the first half of games, so don't know what that is, but if you want to look it up, count on the Cardinals to cover in the first half. But they just stopped covering for a full game, so I went Baltimore.
Yeah. Coming out, the coin also went Baltimore. Coming out of halftime, John Harbaugh said, "We have a chance to make a statement in this game, not to let our foot off the gas." Something that they obviously have heard from the media. They've heard two main storylines: that they're inconsistent, and then when they get a lead, they coast kind of towards the end and potentially below it and make it closer than it needs to be. So they're going to come
Yeah,
out with that same veracity this week of, hey, there wasn't just one high mountain. We're going to keep climbing, and they're going to dominate the Cardinals. I don't know what this line's trying to tell you. It seems about right, actually. Dominate the Cardinals. I'm going to give you a random player prop in this one. Justice Hill, 2 touchdowns.
Even after Gus looked really good last week.
We'll take him for 1 touchdown. Justice Hill will be in the end zone in this game.
Okay. I was thinking Lamar like 4 touchdowns, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. All right. Next matchup.
Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bears on the road against the Chargers, who are 9.5 point favorites. Chargers are literally one of those teams that I just always catch myself believing in. And then when I saw Vegas, it was like 9 points. That's how confident we are. Then I was like, nah, maybe they're not. Maybe they're trying to sway it, trying to make you want to go Bears. But then I was like, you know what? Screw it. Not riding with the Chargers. Give me the Bears, baby. The Bears. Let's go. Baguette game.
The coin agrees with you, and now shouts out to that guy. Actually didn't look bad. I hate this pick. I hate this team. I hate this franchise. I hate everything about them. Give me the Chargers.
Okay.
I'm going to call out the Chargers and the Bills. This is your last chance for me to believe you can cover a big spread. Both of y'all. I mean, these primetime games, dude. Come on. We have the Buccaneers, Chicago Bears, and the Las Vegas Raiders playing the primetime games this week. What are we doing? Detroit, 8.5 point favorites after getting embarrassed in front of the entire country that was watching, at least, against the Ravens. Las Vegas, I don't know what they're doing. Their play calling is
Sus.
Josh McDaniels. Again, people remember back when he was the Broncos head coach. They started out 6-0. They were balling.
When he cheated?
Yeah, I was going to say, go back to cheating, dude. Do something. I'm not even joking. You're going to get fired if you don't start producing. And I get Garoppolo's hurt. They have no idea who they are, what they're doing. Max Crosby basically just said, it was embarrassing. That was in a humiliating experience. It's not going to get better in Detroit on Monday night. I promise you that.
Yeah, we're about to find out what Detroit's made out of. Are they going to let that embarrassment of last week affect them into this game, or are they going to use it as motivation? And I like to believe Dan Campbell's going to get the boys fired up. It's going to be used for motivation. So give me Detroit.
Yeah, I think two things are possible. The coin went Las Vegas. Two things are possible here, that Detroit is closer to that version we saw Sunday, or that they just didn't have a great week. And I believe the second of that as well. You're not going to be perfect every week in the NFL. You can't just be that bad. I think they weren't prepared for the Ravens. But, I mean, they're going to be prepared for Las Vegas. Here's their game plan. Every second or third play, throw to Devontae Adams because he wants the ball. Hand it off to Josh Jacobs right up the middle. Try to throw a little screen pass to him off the top of his hands. And then punt. That's their offense.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Uh,
I might not watch Monday night. I'll say it.
That's fair. You might have to, though, for fantasy.
I'm going to watch. I'm a freaking addict. Of course I'm going to watch. I have a real problem. The fact that I'm going to find myself watching Las Vegas versus Detroit is just...
Yeah.
All right. Well, we went a little longer this time. Full slate.
We'll run through Howard's real quick.
Yeah,
Howard went Buffalo, Pittsburgh, the Jets, Carolina, Miami, Atlanta, Minnesota, Dallas, Philadelphia, New Orleans, Cleveland, Denver, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Chicago, and Detroit.
And his lock was Minnesota as well.
Yep. That is correct.
Wait. Minnesota was your lock?
No, Houston's my lock.
Oh, sorry. You said it was close to being your lock. Okay. No, that was New Orleans. Ignore what I just said.
Yeah, dog. Nah. That was the Colts.
So noticeable he went Carolina there. Yeah, not a whole lot to say. Look, guys, if you've been riding Howard all year, continue to ride him. And I can confirm that Howard is a male, just before you ask that. But, I mean, Howard doing well. 8 games over 500. Anybody would take that. Good season so far. I have a prediction that after week 10, one of us is going to be separated, whether positive or negatively, away from the other one. So one of us might stay the same, one might go down, or one of us might jump up. But we're not going to stay this close to each other all year. There's no chance.
What, me and you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Any final words? Again, thank you guys for listening, and girls, the 3 of you that have listened. We really do appreciate it. Just saying, in a couple years from now, you're like, oh, wow. Also, want to shout out LeBron. He actually messaged me and said, thanks for the idea to make NFL picks. He's been doing it each week, and he gets almost as many views as us. So I want to shout him out.
Boy from Akron. But yeah, all right. We out.
No, Walker, give me one random player or something prop from any game this week to end on. Anything at all. Not Eagles related.
Not Eagles related.
Yeah,
one player prop.
Eagles for sure.
Yeah, I was going to. All right, player prop. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I'll let you pick the game. Nah, you pick the game. Which game do you want me to give you the player prop?
I don't like
from?
that. It needs to be something you're just confident in. Any other prop besides the money line, I don't care what it is.
Just anything I'm comfortable with. All right.
You got 30 seconds.
I am comfortable in a Pacheco anytime touchdown.
Okay. I don't know what the profit is in that, but I'll fade him. All right, deuces. See you guys later.
We out.